I guess I'm supposed to be talking about parenting and my take on parenting and what I've learned and whatnot. I guess the thing I think about most is that half the time we wing it. We don't have it figured out. I make mistakes all the time, and you got to have a little bit of a sense of humor. And I'll be the first to admit I don't have it all figured out. What I did have found out is that you can't micromanage your kids all the time. You can't, um, you know, they are individuals, and you can't, force yourself on them so much, I guess. There is a fine line. There is a fine line of letting them do, kind of do their own thing, and try to discover who they are, their own path. But there is that fine line of just not doing anything and just letting them do whatever. I think to a degree it is probably a good idea to kind of prod them along or push them along to do certain things, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I've always, in my experience, whenever I've tried to get my kids to do something, um, for the most part, it hasn't worked out, and they've rebelled against that or whatever. But things come full circle sometimes. For instance, I kind of gave up on pushing my son to be athletic or do athletics or whatever. Try to get him into jiu-jitsu. At one point, he did it for a couple years or a year and a half or so. And it kind of felt like I was forcing him, and he hated it, and it was just a bummer. So, finally let him quit, and kind of just let him do his thing. But recently, he on his own has decided to join cross country running, and I'm a big time runner, and so he asked me to help him out and all that, and all this is on his own. He made his decision to do all this on his own. It's sweet. And now we have something in common as far as activities go, and it's been really nice. So what I'm trying to say is, you gotta have to let go at point, and sometimes things come around full circle, and you end up getting what you want to do with your kids. But anyways, long story short, as a parent, I don't know. I don't know if there's a right or wrong. You're kind of learning as you go too. And I always thought parents that think they have it all figured out and are very controlling and micromanage. I have a hard time with that, even as a parent. I think you got to give your kids room to explore and make mistakes and find out who they are on their own. I mean, it's a fine line. It's tough. Like I said, I'm trying to figure it all out. I don't have it all figured out, but all we can hope for is that we've given them some kind of tools to make after making mistakes, to turn it around and make wiser decisions later on in life. But it's life. We all make mistakes. We're all gonna go through stuff and make mistakes and do whatever, and it's part of the journey. So it's just let them be who they are, and and be okay with your mistakes in life. All right. I hope that makes sense.